Hey everyone, it's Rebecca. I haven't posted a video in a couple days and I wanted to post one. So here I am. I wanted to talk a little bit about my PCOS story um, and share a bit about that with you guys. Um, and just see if I could get some feedback from some other people who may have been going through the same types of things as me. Because I know it affects my weight loss, and I've been doing a lot of research recently regarding the PCOS and stuff like that. So, anyways, so I was diagnosed when I was 15 or 16. My periods were really, really weird, and I was having a lot of stomach pains and stuff. And so the doctor sent me for an ultrasound, and turned out I had a fairly large cyst, which they had said they could drain with a needle and take care of it, or we could let it go naturally, which I opted to let it go naturally because I do not like the idea of large needles being poked into me. So I went with that option, so I'm completely fine with it. So anyways, and then I grew up kind of like I was a bigger child, which didn't make sense to my family because I was always active. My mom tried to feed us fairly healthy, so it didn't really make much sense. The doctor, when he diagnosed me with polycystic ovarian syndrome, didn't really give me much information on it. I moved when I was 17 out of my family home, moved in with friends of mine, and went to go see a different doctor. And when I went to go see that doctor, he talked about how I would most likely be overweight the rest of my life because I had polycystic ovarian syndrome. He still didn't give me much of an explanation about what it was or how the hormone imbalances worked. He just basically was like, well, we're going to put you on birth control pills to help regulate your cycle and, try to be healthy, but there's not a whole lot you can do, and, getting pregnant's going to be hard. Which when you're 17, isn't the biggest deal in the world because you're 17, you're still in school, like you're not really thinking about settling down and starting a family. So that was fine. At 23, I got married for the first time, and I had gone to my family doctor, with a different doctor again. I went to my family doctor, and I hadn't had a period in about 3 years, or for the majority of 3 years, and he finally did something to help with that. And he sent my ex-husband and I to see an endocrinologist / fertility specialist. The endocrinologist got really upset when he found out that I hadn't had a period in 3 years, because what I didn't realize is that by doing that, you increase your chances of getting cervical cancer, because your body isn't doing what it's supposed to do, which is shedding the lining and everything else and getting all sort of the toxic stuff out of your body. So that was kind of scary for me because I'm 23 and I'm now thinking about cancer, and I'm about 300 pounds at this point. I didn't feel comfortable in my own skin. I wanted to have a family. There just seemed like a lot of stuff happening, and I'm a newlywed. So my ex-husband and I sort of went through a bit of a process. We did get pregnant a couple times. Unfortunately, those ended in miscarriage. Some people would say fortunately, since we're not married anymore, but to me, it was very devastating to go through those miscarriages. I've had 5 miscarriages in total, and currently my husband, my not ex-husband, because I got married again last year, and I would like to start a family, but because of different health issues and stuff, we're just sort of taking our time to get healthy before we look at starting a family again. But there'll be more on that later. So anyways, still no one really had talked to me a whole lot about how I could help with the polycystic ovarian syndrome, with diet or exercise or whatever. The only thing that was ever told to me is basically, you can eat healthy, but you're going to be overweight, which isn't very encouraging, and it doesn't really make you want to choose to eat salad. And nobody had explained to me, about the prediabetes or the diabetes or the increase in heart problems and all the different health issues that can come with having polycystic ovarian syndrome. No one explained to me about the hair loss and the facial hair growth and how all of those things affect you, and how not getting a cycle on a regular basis affects your moods and your mood swings, and how your hormones are out of balance and how all of this actually affects your body. No one really talked to me from a holistic perspective. So this is something I'm learning about more now that I'm 31 than I ever did from when I got diagnosed at like 16, 17. And a lot of it I've found out just from doing my own research. Um, so I still have problems. My highest weight I got up to was 355, and I'm currently bouncing between 336 and 339, trying to lose weight, which I do find difficult with polycystic ovarian syndrome. And those of you who have it will understand the struggle. I know not everybody with it winds up overweight. I know there's lots of people who stay skinny, which is awesome. And I know you still have a lot of health complications you deal with, but for sure, this one's one of the harder ones. Trying to lose the weight that comes with it. And so I do take metformin. I don't find that helps a whole lot. I can't take the birth control pill though, because it makes me violently ill. Violently ill, and I've tried so many different types of it. The metformin helps a little bit, but I don't really find it helps much. I've been on it for a few years now, so maybe my body's just gotten used to it. I'm not really sure. So trying to work with my doctor and see like what we can do and stuff. And I've hooked up a bit with Beachbody to try and do their exercise videos. And I use my Fitness Pal to track what I'm eating. So my nutrition isn't perfect. There's a lot of things I need to work on. If any of you have found sort of things that really help you to overcome polycystic ovarian syndrome, I'd love to hear about it. I'd love to hear from you. It's always good to know you're not alone, because I know as a woman, sometimes we can feel like we're defective somehow, or we must have done something wrong. And it can feel really lonely, and you can feel really ashamed. And really, there's nothing to be ashamed about. You didn't do anything wrong. You didn't cause your hormones to be out of whack. You didn't cause this to happen somehow. So, I really believe that people with polycystic ovarian syndrome really need to support each other, because it's a hard journey. It's not an easy journey to walk, but it's one that we don't have to be controlled by. And so that's what I'm trying to do in my life now, is not be controlled by this disorder. So, give me a shout. Let me know what you think. I'd love to hear from you guys. Please subscribe. I'm going to try to talk more about things like polycystic ovarian syndrome and eating disorders and mental health, as well as keep you updated on my fitness journeys and stuff like that. I'm really excited to be doing this. And if there's anything you sort of want me to talk about or have any questions for me, please feel free to ask, and I will try to answer whatever I can to the best of my ability. And I hope you're all having a fantastic weekend, and I hope to hear from you all soon. Take care.